I have something absolutely serious I need to talk about, and I can't wait any longer. I just can't. I get a lot of questions asked all the time in my comments. How am I going to do this? How am I going to accomplish this? I don't think I can. Lots of doubt. There's so much doubt out there right now. It's crazy. And don't worry, because I'm also doubting. Doubt is definitely part of anxiety, depression. It's a part of failure. It's a part of feeling like you're less than you actually are. A lot of us are struggling to budget these days. Not everybody, but a lot of us. Some people are having to pause their budgeting journey because they really can only afford their 3 hots, their cot, their internet, and their transportation. That's okay. But here's the thing. I have something that I haven't shown you guys that I have been working on that I believe anybody can do. You can do this. I'm going to do this. You can do this with me. We can do it together. So, what is this? This is my high priority sinking funds. I have sinking funds for things that I need to save for. Things that come up all the time. I have an emergency fund. This is for when an emergency hits, and it's a real emergency, folks. I'm talking like your house is on fire and you need to rent a hotel. You need to cover costs for the time in which you are dealing with your dumpster fire. Maybe you have an emergency where somebody stole your car. Maybe somebody hit your car in a parking lot. Maybe you were in a collision in a 4-way stop. Maybe your child poured nail polish all over your keyboard of your work computer, and it's a laptop and you have to replace it. Maybe you had a situation where you had a medical emergency and you were literally put up in the hospital. You had a broken leg and you had no means of going out to make money. Maybe you had surgery. There are so many different things that happen when we pull money from an emergency fund. Maybe you lost your job recently and you had to unstuff your emergency fund, or all of it. Maybe you had to unstuff all of it. That's okay too. You're saving money to save for when those times come when you're in need. So I have emergency fund. I have car maintenance because I do drive and I drive for a living. I have winter fund for when things get tough and wintertime comes and I need to pull some money, but I don't want to pull from my emergency fund. I have a buffer. I don't have it fully funded yet, but I have a goal of 400. I have a month ahead on all of my basic bills that are going to keep me from being homeless, hungry, without amenities that are essential, like phone and internet, because we can't live in this world without either of those things. And then I also have my urgency fund. My urgency fund is for when a small urgent matter comes that's 500 or under. I'm going to pull from this because I want to keep bulking up my emergency fund. Okay? So these are my highest priority. But what is the 275 rule? What is it going to do for me? How am I going to get this started? How am I going to fund some of these sinking funds? Everybody's always talking about emergency fund, emergency fund, emergency fund, right? So I came up with a method that I think anybody can do, and it's $2.75 every single day for 365 days. If you cannot stuff this every single day, that's okay. Maybe you want to make a goal of stuffing this weekly. I'm going to color in 7 of these little bubbles until the end of the month. Maybe I want to do a row at a time. Maybe I have decided to get a row done every single week for however long I can get it done. Okay? Maybe I have a bonus from a check or overtime from a check. And I say, oh my gosh, I have my jar and I have 275 times how much in circles can I color in. I can put that in my jar too. This is however you want to do it. I just chose 365 days because I feel like most everyone can put $2.75 in a jar every single day. Find something. Find a means to get you $2.75 a day. Maybe you're reselling some of your items that are in your house that you no longer use because you want to get these funds funded. You want to get this fund funded. I'm going to be utilizing this to fund my emergency fund. Does that mean that I'm going to stop stuffing money into this emergency fund? It's got $40 in it right now. No, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop. $1,000 is not enough, but it's a start. I have both of these coin jars. Most of you guys don't even like these. Most of you guys don't want to watch anybody save coins. Nobody wants to see it. But you wanted to see the outcome when I unstuffed one of these and I had over $200 in it. When I first started this channel, I had a big plastic jar like this one, but big, and it had originally animal crackers in it. I had 2 of them. I kept one specifically for coins, and you guys watched me fill that up with coins, dollars, and fives, and I ended up saving $510 with recycling money from bottles and can return. Not every state does that. My state does it because I live in Oregon. I had tips from a job I was working. I was still doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, which I still do today. You get to choose how you want your journey to go. If you can't stuff $2.75 a day, because it's $2.75, maybe you do it every single week and you go, okay, how many times 7 do I need to get to stuff into my jar? Maybe you're going to do a row at a time. Maybe you're going to do 2 rows at a time. Maybe you're going to say, hey, Amanda, this is just not my budget. It's not my favor. Well, I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to go get this from my Etsy shop. Get it started, because $2.75 a day for 365 days is not a lot. It's really not a lot. Like I said, you choose however you want to stuff it. I'm going to challenge myself to get to $1,003.75 so I can throw it into my emergency fund envelope, because it's all I got to work with, right? These jars are not going to be utilized for this challenge. I also have a separate piggy bank. It is a Hello Kitty piggy bank. It's not up here right now, but I am also stuffing dollars into that as much as I can. I did give myself a goal last week to stuff at least $1 every single day, because I can only do what I can with what I got, because it's really all I have to work with. And if this is all you have to work with, that's okay too. Somebody once told me coin challenges are for children. Well, I don't know about you, but I know that my 9-year-old and my 13-year-old boys don't make $2.75 a day. They're kids. And if they're getting $2.75, it's because somebody gave it to them, and it's likely me. Do I give my kids that kind of money? No. I don't have that kind of money for myself. So do what you can with what you got, because it's all you got to work with. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Oh, hey, by the way, this is $3 in my Etsy shop. And remember, I'm challenging you to get this started. Don't wait. Get it today. Download it. Get yourself a jar. Get yourself a jar. If this is not big enough, get a bigger jar. If this is not big enough, start with this and get another jar. Bye, guys.